Guys, have you ever heard of the Backstreet Boys?
Yes.
You've heard of them?
Way back.
Okay. And maybe like a group like NSYNC. You've ever heard of NSYNC? How about Boys to Men? Yeah, you got that? How about
And can you say Ashimaloa?
Yeah.
Ashimaloa.
Come on with it. Okay. Lovey, come stand over here. And Johnny Wright, let me just stand here with me for 1 second. Just suck right up next to me right here. Stay with me. I would like to introduce something very exciting. And Trinity Broadcasting Network, I've been talking a little bit earlier in the program about how it was my mom and dad's generation. Everyone understands what I've been saying. It was my mom and dad's generation. The Lord told Paul and Jan Crouch to build Trinity Broadcasting Network. And because of people like in this place, Los Angeles was the birthplace of Trinity Broadcasting. Channel 40 was number one in a network of now 7,000 stations around the world. Thank you, Los Angeles. Okay? Everyone understands that. I think it's time for some of the airwaves of Trinity Broadcasting to start reaching out beyond what has been done. Okay, that's our generation to do that. And standing with me, if you just let me for a moment, Johnny Wright is a dear friend. He is now joining up with Trinity Broadcasting from the background of being the manager for such groups as NSYNC, Justin Timberlake, Boys to Men, Nick Cannon. He is the manager, the artist who holds the number one sales record in one day, 1 million albums sold. This is the guy that masterminded behind me right here, Johnny Wright. 2.4 million albums sold in 1 week. Okay, we don't have someone, in the contemporary Christian artist that has that platform. And Johnny Wright has been responsible for over 200 million sales of albums around the world. One of the young men, a part of his group, Brian Littrell, is here tonight. Let me just say one thing real quick. First album sold 10 million albums. Second album, 12 million albums. Third album, 8 million albums, as a part of a little group called Backstreet Boys. After doing eight world tours. And Brian, come here. Let me just do something. We sat in a recording studio the other day, and you told me a little story that I think there's going to be... actually, Tommy actually was with us. There's a microphone right there. You know how to use one of those, don't you? Yeah, it's on. And you were on your way to Bible college. Tell me that story real quick. Something funny happened on the way to Bible college.
Something funny happened. The short story, I grew up in the Bible Belt singing in a huge Baptist church in Lexington, Kentucky on the East Coast. No, I'm not kidding, Yes, ma'am. Your best friend's from Kentucky? So I was singing in church. My grandparents sang, my parents sang. And that was just a way of life, was going and worshiping God, going to church and giving praise where praise is due. And little did I know that God was preparing me for a platform of where I am today. And, one of my first records I ever did, we write thank yous as artists in the back, and I wrote Philippians 4:13, which is I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. And that is my motto, because I wouldn't be who I am today without God. I mean, praise Him. I mean, He's the Almighty. He's the one where credit is due. People look at pop stars and they think, oh, your life is so wonderful and you're such an icon. Well, you talk about these seeds that people plant, and I'm one of them, so I have to sow. And if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I was just sharing with Johnny. Johnny said, are you nervous? And I was like, no. And I kind of thought, why did I say that? Because I'm over there going, and these words of a pastor back east said, when you step out in faith, then you can't be judged, because people they stand next to you. They stand with you. And that's why everybody's here watching on TV and sitting in the audience, because we're all together. We're a family. So I got sidetracked with the story.
I remember. Yeah. Just stay on the story part, Brian. Okay?
Yeah, sorry.
Satellite time's kind of expensive, so let's get to the story. I'm teasing you. Okay, you got a phone call on your way to Bible college.
Yes, I had a 4-year scholarship to Cincinnati Bible College where I was going to be a youth minister or study as a music minister. And I got a call from Kevin, my cousin. Kevin is the oldest member of the Backstreet Boys. He's probably not going to like me saying that on TV. But he called me April 19th of 1993. And just 2 days ago, it being the 22nd, we celebrated 11 years.
11 years, so, wow.
I just got bypassed a little bit.
Yeah. 11 years and 68 million albums later, you're standing here tonight.
That was a big part of the 200, wasn't it?
You know what? Okay, now let me do this one thing. You were at a Michael W. Smith concert.
Yes.
Tell me that story. That's going to impact some people. Listen to this.
I was he had come to Duluth, Georgia. My wife and my son. My wife is over here.
I'm waiting to go down
Their lovely wife is right there.
Actually, I'm going to go down here just 1 second. Keep talking. Because this is one of the cutest babies I've ever seen. But look at his mother. Hi, Bailey.
That's my joy right there.
Hi. How are you? Look how much he looks like his parents. But he's kind of a spitting image of you. Not that you're that cute, but your wife. Gorgeous. This is Leanne and Bailey. Thank you for coming tonight.
I come with the whole family. So. But I had gone to Duluth, Georgia, to the Gwinnett Center, and saw 10,000 people come to a Christian show that Michael W. Smith was hosting or performing at. Excuse me. And Michael has become a longtime friend of mine for the past probably 6-7 years. We met at the Grammy Awards in Los Angeles, and I was pulled backstage, and he was like, "Hey, Brian, you got to come up on stage with me and sing." And I was like, "Well, let me think about it." And he's like, "Well, we have an intermission, so I'll catch you in like 30 minutes." So they went to the intermission, and I came back, and he said, "Are you ready to go?" And I was like, "Well, let me think about it some more." So I was a little nervous, to be honest with you. I had not been on stage in about 2 years from the Backstreet Boys. And the last time I got off stage was in Osaka, Japan, in front of about 66,900 people. And it was a shock. And I go back out in the audience, and Michael comes back out, and he starts putting hands together and singing Christmas carols. And I look over to my right, and there's 4 teenage girls, actually 6 teenage girls standing up. And they look like they should have been at a Backstreet Boys concert. The jeans on and the tank tops. And I'm thinking, wow, here I am, not even thinking of the real meaning of why I'm here. I'm here to enjoy a show. And these 6 girls that I saw, they ministered to me, because if they can stand up and put their hands together at a gospel show, at a contemporary Christian gospel artist show, then I can do that. And that's my heart. And they ministered to me. So Michael called me up. I went up there and sang, and here we are. So
that led to writing and getting ready. I'm going to have Brian Littrell and West A, the choir, stand up for us just 1 second and get prepared, because Brian Littrell is going to sing for us. And just go ahead and get on over there. And Johnny, you just stand here and let me just make a real neat announcement.